Well, we all know that housing is getting more expensive, right? Now, let me show you some data to get a big picture of this thing so you can decide how this fits into your financial planning for the future or for the present. Now, look at this first graph. Now, this shows you how the American economy is growing. And you see that graph, it's growing every year. I mean, there was a little bump, in 2008, went down a little bit. That's the first time there's one little bump earlier. But in generally, we keep making more money as a country. But look at the second graph to see who's getting this money. Okay, now this shows you the average salary worker, what they're making. And there's two lines there. And look at the green line on top because that's in current dollars. If you look at the bottom line, the green line on top, that's inflation adjusted dollars. The bottom line, the orange one, is really current dollars. So, a dollar today was worth, a lot less or a lot more in 1970. But now if you take current dollars, so we could do apples and apples, wages still have not come back to their peak in about 1970. So you're making less money now, the average worker, salary worker, than they were in 1970. Okay, so we have the whole economy growing, the average worker not growing at all, even losing a little bit. Okay, now let's look at the next graph that it tells you about. And that's a little more about what's going on in the housing market and what it costs if you're for a renter. Now, in 1960, we paid about 23% of our income went to rent. Now it's up to 50%, depending on what income you are, but it's as much as 50%. So people have got from 25% to 50% of their income just going to pay rent. Now look at the next graph. This shows you what in major cities, what's going on. Look at the first line there shows in the last 30 or 40 years, the average income went down. So you're losing 14% in New York, lost 7% in Los Angeles, 15% in Atlanta. And remember the tall graph? Everybody, the whole country is making it, but see, the average person isn't. That's what's happening. And the relative rental price is going up. So you have average wages going down in these cities and in most of the country, but the rents are going up. So you're making less money and have to pay more for rent. You're living. And now, so that means you're paying less for all the other stuff that you have to consume. So whether it's going to college or paying for anything else, you can't because you got to pay for that rent. So that's a big problem, I feel, in this country. So how do you stop that, or how do you help it? Well, there's opportunities always in everything. And what I show you is about government programs. So there's 100 or so programs in every city to help you buy houses, rent houses, fix up houses, be in the real estate business. So you see, if you're getting a normal salary, you're not increasing. That hasn't increased at all, for the majority of the people. But real estate has. So that's growing. So if you want to get out paying rent and get the government to help you buy a house, there's dozens or even hundreds of programs for that. And there's over $600 billion is given out in grants and other loans you don't have to pay back and all kinds of stuff we never even thought of. And that's what's available in our country. But they don't advertise, so you can't find them so easily. So that's not. And also, if you already own a home, then you might look at buying a real estate and renting it, because see, rents are going up. So that's the growth. So your salary's not going up. So what can you do that is going up? Well, maybe you get in the real estate business and rent something, because that's going up. Rental prices are going crazy now. And there's government programs to help you do that as an investor and buy these things. And fix them up, or flipping houses, all that kind of stuff. That's why this boom is there, because people are making money. That's where the money going. The average wage earner is not going up. So I do custom research, and I'll do a custom research report for where you live and show you 100 or more programs in any city of the country for you to buy property or buy a home, fix up a home, be a real estate investor or whatever, and go to this website and take a look at it more. And it takes me about 14 days to do the research and get it out to you. But you'll never find anything like this anywhere else or as complete as what I do. I've been doing this for 40 years or more and know what it's called. I could teach you how to do it too, slowly, but that's the best I have and the best you could get anywhere on the internet without having to spend $5,000, $10,000, $30,000 and still not even know what the hell to do. I show you the websites where you live that you could apply for these grants and other money programs to start getting in that real estate game, okay? And don't get trapped into some get-rich-quick scheme or whatever. No, it just takes knowledge and where to go, and it's all local. So let me show you what's in your neighborhood. Like Mr. Rogers, right?